I always feel a bit inspired every British hill climb season. It just seems like a wonderfully accessible area of the sport, watching exhausted people of all ages panting and wheezing on the side of the road, seeing all the builds littered with lightweight, expensive parts. But this year, there were a few builds that were under 1,000 pounds. This got me thinking, what is the lightest, least expensive bike you could build or buy today? Obviously, buying a bike new was out of the question, so I started to look at Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. I wanted something as modern as possible without blowing the budget. It seemed like bikes around 15 years old was the sweet spot. I found plenty of Chuck Madones, giant TCRs, even some Cannondale Super 6 Evos, although the cheapest one of those I could find my size was $800. Then, one morning, the algorithm rewarded me with this 2009 Specialized Tarmac SL Pro. It had been posted just 25 minutes ago, said the post. I messaged the guy and we had arranged for a meetup that afternoon. I knew the price tag of $500 was a bargain compared to what else I was seeing. The best part? It came with virtually everything a seasoned weight weenie would want. SRAM Red group set, Mavic, Caserium wheels, a carbon crankset. I got it home and weighed it, 15.4 pounds. The Cannondale Cad 13 that I built up weighed this much and cost me $2,700. I was feeling pretty smug. As I tore the bike down and cleaned it up, the wear and tear of the past 15 years had started to show itself. Scuffs and paint chips on the frame and fork, damage on the shift paddle from being laid on its side, a crack in the jockey wheel. The worst discovery was that the previous owner had tried to run tubeless on the wheel set with limited success. The front tire had been abandoned and a tube was intermixed with dried up old sealant. The rear showed how long the bike had been sitting with a large mass of dried sealant stuck to the tire in one spot. The bike had definitely seen some miles and may very well have justified the price. Now that it's all cleaned up, let's put it back together. So what kind of components does this bike have? A specialized carbon fact seat post, held in place with a specialized seat post clamp. On top of that, a specialized toupe saddle. It has a BB30 bottom bracket, which holds the specialized carbon fact crankset with SRAM 3450 Power Glide chain rings, a SRAM Force front derailleur, a SRAM Red rear derailleur, a specialized 100mm stem, specialized carbon fact 46mm handlebars, SRAM Red 10-speed shifters, SRAM Force brake calipers front and back. It has Mavic Caserium SL wheels wrapped in Schwalbe G1 25mm tires. And the lone Shimano part on here, the 105 cassette, 10-speed. Not quite the complete SRAM Red group set I originally thought the bike was spec'd with, but a mishmash of SRAM Red, Force, and Shimano 105, and heavier, albeit more reasonable set of 3450 SRAM chain rings. So how does the bike stack up? There's a KOM near my house that I've never tried. I have no idea where I'll be on the leaderboard, but I'm picking it due to its proximity so that I can make as many attempts as possible. I'll also be doing this without a water bottle or a toolkit, so being close to home will just make that a lot easier. Its name? Woof Panting. It is only 0.58 miles at 4.5%. Let's see where I end up. I ended up clocking a 2-minute and 26-second run on the attempt. 1 second shy of the KOM set in 2022. I would be pretty happy with this result if I hadn't attempted this KOM 2 days ago on my road bike, where I took the crown with a time of 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So why was I faster on my 19-pound road bike and not on this 15-pound carbon time machine? Well, here's the truth. I didn't give myself enough time to properly shake down the rebuild before I attempted the KOM. Every time I put the power down in the smallest chainring, I experienced a rapid, unscheduled drivetrain relocation, also known as a drop chain. After having this happen consistently, I stayed in the big chainring for the rest of the shakedown. Stubbornly, I decided to still go for it. Although I was having a general uneasy feeling about giving this 15-year-old bike the full can of beans, and the measurable effect of wondering whether or not you would suddenly drop your full body weight on your top tube via your crotch, 27 watts and 1.4 miles per hour. That is how much less power I put down, and consequently how much slower I was going. I did an average of 416 watts at 14.5 miles an hour in 2 minutes 26 seconds on the tarmac. On my road bike, I did 443 watts at 15.9 miles per hour in 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Even still, things aren't looking good for the lightweight bike at the moment. I'm going to spend the next week fixing the drivetrain, going on some longer rides to straighten this bike out. After that, we'll be taking on some more KOMs and seeing how much a light bike really matters. What do you all think? Is this bike a good deal or not? Any Wait Weenie Hill Climb fans out there? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.